Good morning. Today I want to talk about losing body fat. The reason for that is because many people who come to me is driven by the simple fact that they want to be leaner and as lean as possible. Now, most people don't understand that you can't just start suddenly working hard at losing body fat and expect yourself to be suddenly shrinking to your normal healthy size. There are some things that needs to take place before that. To be exact, if you have a car where the alignment of the wheels are not perfect and one of them is a little bit off, what happens if the car doesn't move? That doesn't really mess things up. But if you start to drive your car and faster you drive it, faster the wheel is going to wear off. So first, you always have to make sure you correct the non-perfectly working elements of your system, which unfortunately, since we don't really live the way how a human being meant to live, there are many things that throughout the years of your life, course of your life, certain things you're not using efficiently, and because of the use it or lose it principle, certain things just get out of balance. So first, you have to set up some sort of balance. Second of all, there's certain things that need to be in place for your body to actually start to go towards its genetical ideal weight. And those things are very straightforward, yet sometimes people find it very difficult to set these things in place. When it comes to eating, you can do everything perfectly. You can exercise, you can meditate, you can do all these things perfectly, yet if every day you have a couple of times when you drink too much, meaning drink more than 2 glasses of wine, for example, which happens frequently for folks, then your liver goes into some sort of a shock state. So it can't clean anything that goes through your system. And losing body fat when your liver is in shock for a big part of the week, it's just not going to happen. So there are certain foods that if you eat regularly, that a human being not meant to eat, it doesn't matter if you do things really well, losing body weight and going to your perfect size, it's just not going to happen. Exercise-wise, if you don't have a capability to exercise intensely, at least 5 times a week, studies shows about 5 times a week, 55 minutes, is that requires for you to start losing that body weight, then it's just not going to happen. People say that to me that if I tell them that our goal should be to exercise and move 7 days a week, they say that's a lot. But if you put it in perspective that there's 168 hours in a week and you spend merely 7 hours of that for your physical health, it suddenly doesn't seem that crazy. And most people think if they do 2, 3, 4 hours a week, it's going to do so much for them. Well, it's much better than nothing. But for you to get to your genetical ideal state, that's just not enough. So there's these few things that you need to put in place, and they sound simple, yet for most people they give up because they expect too fast, too much, too soon, too much. So putting things in perfect alignment, cleaning out the garbage out of your nutrition, meaning the sugars, alcohols predominantly, anything with higher sugar contents, including fruit juices, for example. And not just talking about the very obvious ones. You know, you drink Coca-Cola, you stop drinking Coca-Cola, that's great, but it's not going to do the trick by itself. And then getting yourself both physiologically and psychologically ready to be able to exercise enough that your system is actually going to start to use all its energy storages properly. So have a lovely day. I hope this will help you to clarify a couple of question marks in your life, if you have any regarding this, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.